She really looked like she was feeling herself today. Is she always that tough to saddle?
No, she's never done anything like that before. You know, Chico, one of my top guys, handles her. He also has Swiss Skydiver. He did a good job. She wanted to get a little frisky on us, and we ended up saddling
the one
her on
horse
the
going to
wall,
win here,
which put the
Princess
trainer
Nora.
out of breath, but she's fine.
What is the strategy from the reel today, given her speed?
I think we're going to let her run to the first turn and see how it unfolds. I think she's a rateable filly. I don't think by any means does she need the lead, and we'll leave that up to Louis. But and my other filly could surprise. She's going to come from back. We're going to cut the corners with her. But you know, both of them.
Breeders' Cup weekend.
It seems like they complement each other. Good luck with both.
Thank you.
That's the owner of
Ken McPeak in line for a big weekend here at the Breeders' Cup. All right, Simon, ultimately something's got to give. When you look at the past performances of most of these horses, it looks like they're on or near their lead. They're going to be on the engine in here. But who ultimately established the early position in here? What type of pace are we looking at?
I think we're looking at an honest pace, especially the way we've seen the track been playing earlier, where it's been favoring horses on or close to the front end. We just heard from Kenny McPeak, Simply Ravishing is going to go. I think Day Out of the Office might find herself just naturally, putting pressure on her just by virtue of the fact she's shown speed out of those one-turn races. I think Princess Nor, though, Todd, is the key because, yes, she's got speed, but she has the advantage in this situation of an outside post, and she can rate. Bob Baffert, I think, systematically has taught her how to rate in the last two starts. You see that a lot with his young horses. Gate to Wire winning the debut, and then Victor Espinosa made a conscious effort in the last two starts, even though she wanted to run and was anxious in the early stages, to sit her off horses, and I think that set her up well for an off-the-pace trip here this afternoon.
Joaquin Jaime, taking a look at the 5 Girl Daddy, she's kind of hanging around there on the tote board. She's 5-1. She has not drifted upwards from her 6-1 morning line. She too coming in with an impressive win. Most recently was the one-turn mile, the Grade 3 Pocahontas. Do you see her as a viable upset possibility?
Yeah, I believe so, just because she hasn't done anything wrong in her career. She's one of 4 undefeated horses in here. A perfect 2 for 2, as you mentioned, coming off that win in the Grade 3 Pocahontas. I caught up with Dale Romans down in the paddock a second ago. You see the comments in her first 2 starts saying a slow start and a step slow. I said, how bad were they in your opinion? He thought it was significant in the debut, but he didn't feel it was significant at all in her second career start and believes she will break better today. I asked, what have you seen from this filly in her training over at Churchill Downs? He said she's always trained very well and is just a very, very classy filly. And here's a filly, Todd, that has a lot of Breeders' Cup names on the top and bottom side of her pedigree, being by Uncle Mo, who was a Breeders' Cup juvenile winner, out of the Broodmare sire, Unbridled Song, who was also a Breeders' Cup juvenile winner.
Yeah, Unbridled Song, one of the fastest horses that we have seen in Future Stars Friday history. And taking a look at other horses in this field. Day Out of the Office, Simon, you mentioned her first as being the horse that impressed you the most in the morning. How does she look on the track?
I think she looks great. I mean, she was very sharp in her work. She's got a very efficient, athletic way of moving. She's very efficient with her stride. She picks her feet up and she puts them back down on the track in a very quick manner. Not a lot of wasted action there. And she's built for the dirt, and she's responded in kind with her past performances. I mean, the big question mark is how will she handle the 2 turns? I think watching her train, watching her run, looking at her pedigree, I don't think it's going to be an issue. So after that, it's just, is she good enough? And she's got all the credentials, all the class to definitely win this race.
Kate, 3 horses in this field of 7 come out of the Grade 1 Darley Alcibiades. Simply Ravishing dominated them that day, but thoughtfully was supposed to run a much better race, at least according to the betting public, and she did not. Any chance for a rebound now today? She's 38-1.
I'm going to draw a line through her last race. Now, that's not to say that she will win this race, but I think she's going to run a much better race, truer and more similar to what she ran in the Adirondack. She's by Tappet out of the Seeking the Gold mare. The pedigree is there to handle the distance, but the Tappet offspring can have minds of their own, and when they're good, they are very, very good. But when they have off days, they roll in clunkers every once in a while. So I am willing to think that Thoughtfully could run a much improved effort here.
Simon, it's amazing how one kind of subpar race can change the betting public's view. It was Crazy Beautiful, who was the favorite of the Grade 1 Darley Alcibiades last time out. She finished second to Simply Ravishing,
I like the 5,
6 1/4. Now today, you can get her at 15-1.
Yeah, look, she's been favored in both the
Daddy
last
girl.
two starts, and she's been beaten by
Something
both
like
her
that.
stablemates. I think the price is right, even though she was
All right,
favored
I'll bear
last
that.
time out. But
Bye.
I mean, strictly on form line.